Hi, I'm Loretta Lewis, and this is Chair Yoga. Thanks for joining us today. Before we get started, there's something I want to read to you. I've been reading Deepak Chopra lately, and one of the things he says about being centered just really struck a chord with me. And I wanted to just give this piece of information to you just because I love how it is. Deepak Chopra, in his Total Meditation book, says, to be centered means to rest easily in your body, feeling quietly like yourself, with no demands or expectations. And I think that that's about the most complete sense that I have about being centered, is that it's resting easily in your body. And if you're always looking for something out there, how can you ever know the magnificence of who you are in here? So rest easily. Join me for yoga. No big efforts. This should be something that comes easily for you. The more you try to struggle to do it, the harder it becomes. So let's just be easy, be centered, and be happy. Thanks. Now let's start with some breathing. And what I'd like us to do today, it's called Bagel breathing, but that's not how I've always known it, but I've just seen it referred that way. And what it is, it's like four counts with a deep breath. So count in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Rest 1, open 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Rest 1, and then we can do this. You don't need me to count for you on this, but let's take a 4-count breath. And let's just do a few of those and get ourselves centered, being in our body before we get started. So here we go. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Pause, deep breath in, deep breath out. Go ahead and take your time with this, because getting centered is the purpose of the whole practice. And getting centered starts in your breath. So I'm going to put my hand on my heart. Maybe you'd like to too. And let's just take a few more really deep breaths. Feel them throughout your whole body. Feel the inhale, let it cross over. Feel the exhale. Rest for a second. Only just take a pause and then come on back up. So let's do about 4 more of those before we get started. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more. It helps if you close your eyes. Feel yourself. One more breath in, and on the exhale, let's take our own. Begin with our arms. Let's go in or in or in and out, and in and out. I don't know why I started this way, but it's an okay way to start. Let's just begin this way. One more in and out, or out and in, I should say. And let's come up and down, and up and down. Take a few of these, coordinate your breath. down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. One more. Down, 2, 3, 4. Now let's come in the middle, bring it up and out. This feels good. Up and out. Up and out. Let's do a couple more of this. Come on, back up and back down. Let's do 3 of these. One more. Last one on the arms. All right, now take your hands, fold them together, push them out, and bring them up. Put your head even with your shoulders. Take a deep breath. And down. And as you bring them down, go ahead and like bring your back and kind of bring it in. Feel the movement all the way through your back and shoulders. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. Feel it. And come on and drop your arms. Let's take our shoulders, bring them down and across. Do a few of these. Open up those shoulders and those your upper arms, your back, your upper back. Do a couple more of these. Okay, let's take one more on each side. One more, here we go. And come on back to center. Now let's say up and down, up and down. You can take your shoulder shrugs with this. Up and down by bringing your neck and your face into it. Go ahead and make a face if you want. I like it. 2 more. And let's go. In and back, front and back, front and back. Now I'm hearing this crunch on me, so I'm betting if it's crunching on me, it's crunching on others too. One more, this is the last one. Okay, let's take our swimming move, because I really like how this feels. And if I were a swimmer, which I'm not, I would be bending my head with the move. So let's go ahead and try to do that. Just go ahead and turn your head on the side as you come back. Take 2 more of these. And go backwards now. As if we were elegant swimmers. Feeling that movement all through our body. One more on this side, and let's come to the center. Okay. Hi, I'm glad you're with me today. Here, while I'm taping, it's the day before Thanksgiving. And I want to wish you all a really, really healthy, happy Thanksgiving and a safe Thanksgiving. And a movement Thanksgiving. I love moving, and especially after eating all that turkey. Oh yeah. So let's take and do our gentle side-to-side taps. A couple more. And drop your hand here onto your knee. Take your other hand and put it in back of you. Can you see that? Yeah, put it in back of you. You can slide your butt up on it if you want a little. Now, thinking happy thoughts again, go ahead and make sure your head is released. We're going to turn from the center. We're going to use our ribs and our torso, and we're going to turn to the side. So let's take a deep breath in and turn. Now, when you're thinking happy thoughts, your head just kind of goes along for the ride. It doesn't care what you're doing. You're thinking happy thoughts. I'm thinking about my dog, how much I love him. Takes the strain away. One more turn. And come on back to the center. Take your other hand, put it on the other knee. Come to the back with your left hand, put it underneath. We're going to gently and thoroughly twist out all of the air and all of the energy that might be stuck in our torso and our tummies. So deep breath in and turn. Happy thoughts. When my heart is full of love, one more deep twist. And come back around. It's really hard to get caught up in all of the jangle if your heart is full of love. So just kind of remember that in the background. If you have trouble doing any of these positions, flood yourself with your breath and something happy, and it'll make the position so much easier, I guarantee it. Okay, now let's take our hands, bring them up. Let's bring them into our triceps stretch. And take some deep breaths here, maybe about 3, fill every part of you up. And out. One more really good breath here. Really pulling your triceps up as you're doing it. Now, gently take yourself to one side and back to the center, to the other side, and back to the center. These are more crunches, sideway crunches, than anything else. And what we're doing is we're opening up our side bodies. And let's go ahead and drop our arms. And because we've just been working that, I'd like us to go ahead and place one hand on the side of our chair and raise our other hand up next to our ear, and let's take a side bend. And let's make sure we do it with our feet hips width apart, our body centered, and our back erect. Take a deep breath in. Feel that line of energy as you come on over. Keep your heart open on both sides. And take 2 more deep breaths. And come on back down, and let's do the other side. Arm up. Feel the line of energy from the tip of your toe all the way up through your whole side, coming all the way up. Flood your body with it. Take a deep breath and bend to the side. There are basically 6 spine moves that if you make them every day, one more deep breath, and come on back over. If you take these spine moves every day, and what they are is front and back and circular in both directions and to the side in both directions. Those positions keep your spine healthy. And if you can remember to take some of those movements each day, your spine will have a lot better shot at staying healthy and active. Let's take a few circles. These are our goddess circles. And we use our torso for these. Bring your chest out, to the side, to the back, to the side, and to the front. Let's take about 3 or 4 of these. Take as many as you're comfortable with. Okay, I know some people can do more and some people can do less. Do what you can. Go the other way. And what we're doing is we're just loosening up all of our joints and our spine and our neck. And we're just getting to that point where we're comfortable in our body so that we have no heavy expectations, no pain. Now, how about just a little bit of just flowing back and forth? And come to center. Thank you. Okay. Let's take our right leg and bring it over our left knee. And this time, let's go ahead and bring our hand under our leg. Can you see that? I'm taking my right arm, placing it under the calf of my left knee, and gently supporting my foot with my left hand. Now I'm going to bring it up and bring it out. Out, and out. Let's take a couple more of these. Feel your hip opening up. One more. And bring it back and set it down. Bring up your other leg. Gently support that knee and that foot. Take your hand under if it's comfortable. If it's not, you can bring it up like this. It's easy. Just make sure. The reason I do it this way is that I feel like I have a lot more control over where my hip goes that way, and that I can open it further than if I'm just using a hand and not supporting it. 2 more of this one. And come on back down. Set your feet down. Okay, now I particularly like to do this. So I don't know that I've done this on tape before, but what we do is we say out, in, down. Up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. I'm going to do 2 more sets of these. And what this does is it starts to loosen up your knees. 1 more set here. Take a couple of Sufi circles or goddess circles. Back the other way. Good. Now, let's take our neck. Let's make sure our neck is doing well. First of all, let's try a few of our infinity circles, which is a figure 8 on its side. Take 1 more of these. How does your neck feel? Take a couple shakes of your head no. A couple up and down for yes. A couple of nods. How does your neck feel? Mine is feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like I probably should just do a couple more head things just to make sure everyone else's neck is doing well. So let's take a deep breath in and out. Let's shake our head no a couple of times and then turn your head to the right. Do it as far as is comfortable for you. Take a couple of breaths there as long as it feels good. 1 more. And come on back to center and take your head in the other direction. Look out over that shoulder. Take a couple of deep breaths. Make sure you feel comfortable. No straining of the neck here. And then come on back to center. Let's take a couple more of our leg openers, and let's take them by spreading our legs just a little. Probably our hips width with just a smidge more. And then push your legs out, bring them in. Push them out and bring them in. And this is opening up our inner thighs and just a little bit of our back, of our upper thigh in the back. Now that we've opened that, take your feet and bring them apart a little ways. And let's take our heels, put them in. Our toes are pointed out. And this would be the squat position. And what I'd like you to do is make sure you're on the side, on the edge of your chair. Your legs are spread. Put your hands on your knees. And let's take a couple of our goddess circles from this position. And make them really, really juicy. In other words, come all the way forward and all the way back, all the way to the sides. And make them as juicy as you can. And keeping your legs wide open like that. And I'm starting to feel that on my inner thighs again. So let's go the other direction, making them really deep. Feel all those fluids in your body start to loosen up around your joints. And come back to center. Now take your feet and just slightly turn them in the forward position, because we're going to take a forward fold with a wide-legged straddle. So keep your legs out, sit on the edge of the chair, bring your arms up, come on over, fold yourself over, and come on down to the floor. Tuck your chin, make sure your neck is safe. If you can't come to the floor, go ahead and come down to your legs. Now, take your elbows, join your hands in the middle. Take your elbows and push them out. Push your legs out. And again, we're opening up the inner legs, so, and feeling this in the glutes somewhat too. But use your elbows, and if you come down further, go ahead and use your elbows down there too. And just keep pushing yourself out a little bit. And breathe. And come on back up slowly. Bring your legs back. Come on back together. And let's take our right leg, lift it up, put our hands under it, like we do with our openings on our legs. But this time, let's take our feet and just circle them. Let's take our foot, our right foot, and circle your foot. That's probably enough on that side, and let's go the other direction. Opening up our ankles now. And we're gonna point and flex. Now keep your knee loose. I don't want you to do the point and flex and the foot movements with an extended leg this time. I think it's too hard on your knee. And go ahead and drop that. Let it relax and bring it down. Pick up your other leg. Circle it. Let's circle our foot, our ankles. We're just loosening everything up here. Go the other direction. And point and flex, and point and flex. Do a couple more. I like this because it helps my calf open up. I think this is a really good calf opener. And let it just hang and bring it back down. Now take your right leg, bring it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an eagle pose now. So, okay, an eagle pose can be done with your ankles crossed. If you can't do over the leg with crossed legs, you can cross your ankles. You can bring your leg up and you can hold it as close as you can to the other leg. That's another way you can do this position. Or you can actually tuck that foot in back of your calf on your other leg. And then What we're going to do is we're going to take our right arm, and our left arm comes under. Our right arm is on top. And we're going to fold our arms into the eagle fold. See how this goes? Can you see that okay? Cross our elbows, put our palms together, and extend from the shoulders and look out through your peak hole. And take some breaths. This is keeping all of our energy all right here in one little place. Watching the world through our peak hole. One more deep breath here. Release your arms, release your leg, and bring the other leg over. Now, whether you bring it to the foot or over this way, it's really irrelevant. The longer you do it, the better you'll get at it. And some days, everything works perfectly. Other days, not so much. Like today, I think I'm going to leave this foot up a little higher and tuck it as close as I can. I'm going to bring my right arm on top, my left arm on the bottom. I'm going to push it out as far as I can from my shoulders, peek through my peephole, and watch the world through the eagle's view. Turn back from side to side just a little. And notice that that peephole gives you a really, really good focused view of whatever you're looking at. Take a deep breath in. One more deep breath. Unhook your arms, unhook your legs, and come on back to the center. Let's take a forward fold, but this time we're going to come to the top. We're going to hinge from our hips and come on down, bringing your hands to the front or to the side. The side probably gives you a better stretch in your shoulders. Go ahead and tuck your chin and drop your shoulders with your chin, keeping your head even with keeping your ears basically even with your shoulders. And breathe. And slowly walk yourself back up, using your core muscles to bring you up, with your head being the very last thing that comes up. Okay, now I want to do something. I'm trying to integrate all of these joint openers into our session. So remember this? Let's do a few of these. This just helps us with our elbows and our forearms. Let's take about 10 of these. Just lift your arm, bring it up, bring it back, bring it up, bring it back, bring it up, bring it back. Okay, that's enough of those. And then, okay, I love this move too. Take your knees, spread them apart just a little, and we're going to come up and out, over and down, up and out, over and down. Now, it helps if you go down the side, like on the sides of your legs. First, I thought I'd go down the middle, but that didn't work out real well. Let's take a few more of these. Up, out, up, and down. Up, out, up, and down. One more. And come on back to center. And let's take a Tadasana, the mountain pose. Straighten yourself up. Bring your energy into the center of you. Take a deep breath. Arms out to the side, spine straight. Feel every part of your body lining up, easily taking care of itself. Comfortable. And breathe. And the mountain pose is really great because if you can envision how strong a mountain is and how the strength emanates from every part of its body, that's what the mountain pose does for us when we can relax into it. Let's stand up. What I'd like to do is, I think what I'd like us to start with is, let's go ahead and do the Warrior Two. And remember, I was telling you, I would tell you the history of all the Warrior stuff. Well, I told you Warrior One last time. Warrior Two, the energetics of Warrior Two, is that the warrior comes up and he says, okay, he says, yes, Lord, what is it you want of me? And then that's Warrior One. He comes back up and he takes his foot back, and Shakti says, well, you are my warrior. Prepare to kill the king, because I really need you to just get your body. What we do, the back foot goes perpendicular, the right foot comes forward, you bend your knee so that it's out over your two toes, you're facing the chair from the side, lift your arms, and look out over your hand. This is the warrior. He's preparing himself to string his bow and to kill the king, because the king has killed Suri, which is Shakti's love of his life. Okay, then the warrior's ready, and then he hears, oh, wait a minute. He says, yes, Lord, into the reverse warrior. Yes, Lord, what is it that you want? He says, oh, Shakti's been reincarnated. You don't have to kill the king anymore. And he says, thank you, Lord. And then he says, what would you like me to do? I'd like you to come on home. So this would be a Warrior 3 if I were great at it. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend our body, lifting one leg, putting all weight on one leg. This is the Warrior 3. He's going to fly back. He's going to fly back to the mountain where Shakti is. You can put your hands on the chair, and as you do, raise your other leg, raise the leg that's up, and point the toe so that you have a flying position. Again, if I had better balance, it would look more like this with the other arm up as well. Bring the foot back down, and let's go to the other side. The Warrior 2 position. Foot closest to the chair comes back, turns into a sideways 90-degree angle. Your other foot stays front and forward with the knee pointed. You're facing the chair seat, lifting the arms, turning your head, and looking out over it. Yes, Lord, I'm prepared to do your bidding. Whatever it is you need, and breathe. Shakti says, oh, wait, there's been a change. He says, oh, what is it you'd like me to do now? I'd like you to come on back home. All right, Lord, I will. I'm on my way. I'll be there as soon as I can get there. And you point up and you're flying. Pointing your toe, pointing your arm. Coming back down. And then let's come back. And let's make sure that we have some balance going on. I'd like us to take the tree pose. Get your energy. Take the leg furthest away from the chair. Bring it up, out, and into your leg. You can touch your toe on the floor, however your balance works for you. I'd like us to take a few really deep breaths from this position. And if you can, look at the horizon. You can do anything you want with your hands. Some people are going to be able to bring this foot all the way up to here and stand comfortably and stand with balance. The only place you can't put your foot is on your kneecap. Go ahead and slide it back down though. You can put it here. You can bring it all the way down and use your toes for like a bicycle, where you hold your bike up. If you fall out, take a deep breath, come back in for a minute, hold it steadily, and then relax. Come to the other side. Leg closest to the chair is the leg we're working. So lift your other leg out, bring it to the side, bring it up, or slide it down. Take your time with this. Take some breaths. Slide it all the way down. If you need it for a kick pedal, that's okay. What you don't want to do is you don't want to fall out of it and just quit. You want to make sure wherever you're at is from a controlled space. Bring it back down. Come to the back of your chair and let's just do a few heel lifts. Make sure we work that out. And come on back and let's sit down. I wanted to give you the mythology of the warriors. I think it's really interesting that if you understand the mythology, then you can get the balance parts of it better. Take a deep breath. And let's take our hands. Let's take our hands and take our right hand out, our left hand bringing it down, pulling it forward. Good stretch in the wrists. Take the other one. Good stretch in the wrists. Back up. Pull it backwards. Take the other hand, pull it backwards. Bring our hands together, lotus flower position with our little fingers connected. Bring your hands back and around. Back and around. Coming up. Come on back down. Let's do that one more time. Come on back down. And take our hands out and in, out and in, out and in. 2 more sets. And bring it back down. Now last week I did the lion's breath and I had so much fun with that. And I was so giddy when I left here that I really want to do it again. And so as a way of preparing ourselves for Shavasana and bringing ourselves all in and really opening up, let's take some of that lion's breath. Bring your feet out in front of you, sit on the edge of your chair, take a deep breath in and roar. Make as many faces as you want. Let it open you up. One more. Get it all out. Take a few of our circles. Just bringing ourselves back in. Around the other direction. Gently feeling our open heart, the freedom that that kind of breath gives us. And please, please give me a smile. It helps me so much to think that people are smiling back at me. So let's begin by gently taking a couple of deep breaths in. I'm not going to talk you too far through this. You know how to do Shavasana. If there's anything in the world you know how to do, it's going to be the relaxation pose. So let's just gently and quietly close our eyes, take some breaths, and let go. Keep your heart open. Keep your mind free and relax in every part of your body. And quietly and gently start taking deeper breaths and moving your body in really tiny, tiny increments. Bring that energy back up and through you. Bring your knee in, lift it, take a deep breath, and put it down. Bring your other knee in, lift it, and put it down. Bring your hands together, sacred position. Bow your head gently to the one true self inside of you that can guide and direct you through everything in your life. Let's take a deep breath in and out. One more in with an Om on the out. I hope you keep your heart open, you enjoy your holidays, and that you all stay safe. The light in you sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for coming.